everyone, my name is Heidi Blankenship and I am a member of the 2016 ICE Resin Design Team, and today I'd like to share a technique with you using the brand new ICE Resin Tints. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to get started with the techniques, and for all of the metal pieces I applied the ICE Enamels Relic and Ivory, and I use the ICE Enamels Medium, and this is one of the new bezels from ICE Resin. And so I'm just going to show you real quick how you can apply the ICE enamels. And for this one I'm just going to brush the ICE Enamels Medium in on the inside here. I'll add a little bit more, and I'm going to pick it up. I want to try to hit the sides of the bezel. Now this is optional, you don't have to do the sides if you want, but for this project I do want to have the lighter color and have the ivory relics on the inside part. Okay, so there I've painted in a portion of the enamels medium, and then I'm going to place a piece of paper here, and then I'm going to take the ICE Enamels Relics, and I'm just going to sprinkle some of this in here. Okay, you can see it has from very fine to kind of chunky bits and pieces, and I'm just going to take this and I'm going to turn it around, and that will coat all of the sides on the inside part of the bezel. Okay, so here's a quick look at that, and I will be back in just a minute. I'm going to heat set this now, and then I'll show you what it looks like once it's heat set. Okay, I'm back, and I have heat set the ICE Enamels Relics in here, and I don't want to pick this up and touch it because it's still very hot, but I hope that you can see all of the details here. It's all melted, and there's kind of like gold flicks and some black flicks in there. And then I also took all of the other metal pieces that I will be using in assembling this necklace, and I placed the same ICE Enamels Ivory Relics on all of these pieces. And so there's some leaves, and these are little metal flower pieces. Okay, and then this is actually like a resin rose, and I just brushed around the edges of that. And I'm going to be using that in the center of the heart once I get some ice resin in there. And I'm using this piece here for the base of the necklace. And I wasn't too much worried about the center because the heart bezel will be covering that up. So now we'll start with the fun part with adding the tints to the ice enamels. Okay, so I've went ahead and I already mixed up some of the ice resin, and it's ready to go. And for all the metal pieces, I'm going to be using 4 colors of the brand new ICE Resin Tints. And I'm also going to be using, I wanted to share these with you too, these are the new measuring cups and then the new stir sticks. And they can also be reused. You can take like an alcohol wipe or a baby wipe and clean them out, and you can reuse them, so you don't have to dispose of them after each use. So that's really great. So what I'm going to do here, like I said, I've pre-mixed some of the ice resin, and I have a few cups here with resin already in them. And the concentration level is very high in these new ice resin tints. So what I've done is taken a piece of acetate and folded it in half, and I have a white piece of paper in here just so I can kind of see where my inks are. And I'm just going to put a drop on here because one of the colors I want to be a very light pale pink. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that with a toothpick, and then I'm going to start to mix it in with the resin. See, I should scooch this up here a little bit further so you can see. Sorry about that. I've got the little drop on here of the resin, or of the tints, and I'm just picking up a little tiny bit of that to mix in because I'd like to have kind of a pale pink color. Okay, so I'm just kind of mixing that up, and that looks like it's going to be a really pretty, nice kind of pale pink. Okay, so there you can see how just adding just a tiny bit from the toothpick, how that's changed the color. Okay, and what I'm going to do is take this resin and I am going to fill up the heart bezel with that. So here you can see I've got the bezel about halfway full. I'm just going to scrape some more in there. Try to fill this up, and I'm just kind of doing this with a toothpick here. Let's spread that out into the corner. Let's get a little bit more here. These new tints are so pretty, and like I said, the colors are so vibrant with them. So they will be really fun to do a lot of projects with and stuff. So, okay, so that is using the raw ruby and filling up the new heart-shaped bezel. So then I'll just let that sit to harden. I'll let that sit overnight and harden, and then I'm also going to take and mix up the tints and tint the other metal pieces that I already have the ICE enamel on. And I will come back and show you those. Okay, as you can see here, I've added all of the tints to the different metal pieces with the ice resin, and I want to just show you really quick something that I did with the larger leaves. Okay, so I put a thin coat of the ice resin with the tint in it, and then what I did was just take and put a little tiny drop on each one on the ends and let that go. And you can see here, I'll try to kind of zoom in here a little bit, how it just kind of floats up to the side, and you just kind of let the tints do their magic to color the larger leaves. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. I'll give you one last look at the finished piece, and I hope that you will give the new ice resin tints a try. They're a lot of fun to work with. Okay, here's one last look at the necklace. And as you can see on the finished piece, the heart bezel is mounted to the base. And I did want to mention that once the resin started to harden in the heart bezel, then I went in and added the resin rose and then the little metal pieces with the flowers on them. So they are actually set in the resin on the bezel. And then to adhere the leaves and the bezel to the base, I used E6000, and then I added some AB crystals along the baseline and then in with the flowers. So I hope that you enjoyed the video, and you'll go out and give the new ice resin tints a try. They're a lot of fun to work with and can give your projects a totally different look. So if you would like to see more of my design work, you can visit my blog at embellishedreams.blogspot.com, and also check out the Ice Resin blog for more inspiration from the design team. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.